With December 15th being the date where many players will be trade eligible, rumors are going rampant about who may be available and who specific contenders can target. We've heard that trade negotiations for Ben Simmons have gained momentum, we've heard that Damian Lillard is not available, shocker, and we've also heard that the Indiana Pacers are wanting to shift towards a rebuild, making many people link Myles Turner to the Golden State Warriors. In a deal for Turner, the obvious centerpiece in any deal would be James Wiseman. However, I'm here to suggest that it would be extremely idiotic to trade James Wiseman for any names currently available via trade. But before we begin, be sure to leave a like on the video, as each like only takes a second every time but makes a massive difference for the channel. And if you end up enjoying the video, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. The main reason, in my book, why the Golden State Warriors should not trade James Wiseman is because of potential. And if we're being honest, it'd be very hypocritical if the Golden State Warriors just dealt him for Turner, given that they've been patient and high on other guys that have now panned out for the team. For example, Jordan Poole has been a great contributor for the Golden State Warriors this season, and seemingly picks up the slack offensively when Steph or another primary option isn't having a great night. However, it's evident that just 2 seasons ago, Jordan Poole had a horrendous start to his rookie season. Through the first 25 games, he shot just 26% from the field and 25% from 3, making him one of the most inefficient players in league history on the volume of shots that he was taking. However, through stints in the G League and work with the developmental staff, Jordan Poole has become a pivotal piece to the Golden State Warriors' success this season and is one of the better young players in the league. Exhibit B, Andrew Wiggins has revitalized his career in Golden State, despite many people feeling the trade to be a boneheaded move. In 2020 and even prior, Wiggins at the time was playing far below the standard of the #1 overall pick of a draft class. He took a ton of shots with mediocre efficiency, he wasn't as great defensively as he could have been despite his physical tools, and he lacked a high motor. Moreover, it's not a coincidence that Wiggins is now playing some of the best basketball of his entire career, as I detailed in another video. When the Warriors made the Wiggins trade in the first place, they didn't just look at what Wiggins was then before the deadline and call it a day. Rather, they looked at Wiggins' potential in their system, and consequently, aspects of his game that could be improved upon to best position the team to succeed. Therefore, there's no reason why the Warriors should just all of a sudden jump ship on the player that they just drafted 2nd overall in 2020. Sure, Wiseman did struggle in his rookie season, and he even struggled to stay on the floor. However, Jordan Poole was far worse in his rookie season, and I already mentioned the criticisms of Andrew Wiggins in Minnesota. On top of that, Wiseman only played 3 games at Memphis, didn't have a summer league, had an irregular camp due to the pandemic, and again, hardly got a rhythm once entering the league due to injury. Thus, his struggles were justifiable. Looking at his value, Wiseman provides the Warriors their best option at the 5 outside of just going small. That way, your center rotation isn't just a 6'9" Kevon Looney, but now includes a 7'1" agile big that can run the floor well, operates as a lob threat, and is at least a body out there defensively. And if we look at this beyond this season, then James Wiseman is nowhere near reaching his full potential, and there's no better developmental staff to help him reach that than Golden State. But this is where the first counter argument arises. People on board the trade Wiseman train would concede the fact that potential is the reason why the Warriors stayed high on Jordan Poole, and is the reason why they ended up trading for Andrew Wiggins, knowing his potential for the team. However, they'd say that the Warriors were able to be patient and take on those gambles because they weren't serious contenders in those seasons. But this season, they are. And you have to maximize the primes of Steph, Draymond, etc, etc. So, trading a player that hasn't even touched the floor this season for a great interior defender, Myles Turner, makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'm not gonna act like Myles Turner isn't a great player or that he isn't a game changer. But when Klay comes back, Golden State is the best team in the West, at least in my opinion, and you can make a case that even without Klay, they're still the best team in the West. The Suns are definitely in that combo too, but that's a topic for another day. If you trade Wiseman for Turner right now, which wouldn't even be a straight up swap by the way, you're basically losing the entire prospect of what Wiseman could become in the future, and the promising young future of either Moody or Kuminga, since Indy will most likely ask for one of the two of them as well. In my opinion, the Warriors should just wait on Wiseman to be healthy in 2022 and treat him as a luxury at the 5, given that they're already elite on both ends regardless, and given that his addition would at least be a solid body at the 5. Myles Turner is an excellent player, and having a 5 that can protect the rim and stretch the floor would be obviously ideal. However, acquiring him is not worth giving up on the potentials of Wiseman and either Moody or Kuminga. As you may or may not know, a dominant big will dominate regardless of who is guarding them. Heck, Jokic even moved Anthony Davis out of the way like he was a Wii Sports punching bag. So, even though he is a great defender, there's no reason to believe that Myles Turner will neutralize any of these prominent bigs. Because, again, Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, etc. are just unstoppable players. You may think that I'm too high on Wiseman, Moody, and Kuminga, but I genuinely believe in the high potential that they have. While Turner is evidently better than Wiseman right now, the Warriors are already in a great position to win the title, and Wiseman can still be a pivotal piece in helping them do that this season and in the future. And just a side note, obviously Myles Turner isn't the only player that the Warriors can trade Wiseman for. However, that's been the most linked player to the Golden State Warriors as a result of a Wiseman potential trade. And if we're just being honest, I don't know who's available that is worth James Wiseman via trade. With that being said, that's it for the video, and I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Comment down below your thoughts on the Warriors potentially trading James Wiseman. Do you think the Warriors should just trade Wiseman and other pieces to get a great contributor right now? Or do you feel that Wiseman's potential is too high for the Devs to give him up right now? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, I know that the Warriors played the 76ers today, and Embiid's performance is definitely going to impact any comments that I might get, but just so you know, Embiid can drop 30 and 15 on any team, on any player, so food for thought. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the video, as each like helps boost the video in the algorithm, and if you enjoyed the video, then feel free to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Hope to see you all in the next one, and stay tuned.